So today we'll be continuing to take a look at a scenario where civilization starts over on this fantasy map. In the last episode we saw a couple of things happening, such as the collapse of the Lime team over here, and it got divided up by a bunch of countries. We saw the expansion of the Pink team finally starting, and over here we also saw a couple of countries forming, which is pretty good. For the world. And then up here we saw even more countries forming around the dark blue team. And then we also saw this huge alliance forming. But if you guys like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. All the support is greatly appreciated. We are trying to get to 200 subscribers by the new year. So that's a pretty good goal. And well, let's get straight into it. First off, we have to start down here with the Pink team, as they will be doing some exploration very early on. If I can get the size up on my computer. There we go. But we see that the Pink team, let me just fix that. But we see that the Pink team continues to explore into into these unexplored lands very quickly, as well they kind of know the desert already, so it's pretty easy for them. But the Pink team is focused on building a big and great empire in this series. But we also see that they start to explore the waters of the world, and they are getting very close to Trissos. That's the name of that continent, if anybody wanted to know. But we also see that the Pink team continues into the water over here, along with these new countries. Kind of weird, because these countries are brand new and they probably would invade them, but I'm just telling them that they're not going to. But we also see that this dark greenish, grayish color, I don't really know what color that is, they start to discover lots more land in here, along with the dark blue team. However, they are not, they are brand new to this terrain, as they live up in the tundra. But, up here they're gonna see success, as, well, all this area is fairly, I think this is, tundra. Sorry, I'm losing my voice right now. Yeah. But, that's it up here for exploring. We'll see exploring down here later, but now we need to get back to the Pink team, as something really weird just happened. Yeah, I know that this ideology map is outdated, especially up here. I need to fix this. But, we're not going to be looking at other people's ideology. We're going to be looking at the Pink teams. The Pink team, they're making a brand new ideology. I mean, it's not brand new, like we've seen it before in Wixel. But, this ideology is, it is not the greatest. In fact, they're going to be developing this ideology for probably hundreds of years. But the ideology I'm talking about is fascism. The Pink team declares fascism in the world, and nobody really knows what this is. Like, the ultra-nationalist countries, they're like, what is this? What does this mean? Or, like, they don't even know that the Pink team exists, really. But the Pink team declares a fascism monarchy. Well, not monarchy, really. I'm going to make this darker. Just like that. Perfect. But now, with this being developed, we can see a little bit of expansion taking place. And by a little, I mean a lot of, I mean a lot of expansion taking place, as we see the Pink team going all the way over here. But, I don't really like this border, so let's quickly change that. There we go, perfect. But we see that the Pink team, did a ton of exploration and conquering. Right now my mouse is not good. I'm not using the same mouse as I normally use. I'm getting it back in a little bit though. But we see that the Pink team just went from being, I don't know, top 40 in the world, because there's like 1,000 countries in the world right now, to probably like, I don't know. But speaking of that, let's do some power rankings. I don't know if I've done this before, but if I did, I don't think I did it on camera. So sorry about that. But these are the current power rankings if you want to pause and look at them. But now we're going to get into the actual power rankings. Starting off at number 1, it is the Green team. The Green team is a very powerful country, and it probably will always be. Number 2 is actually a really close. It's really close. It's between the red team and the blue team, but we see that the blue team does take it, so nothing changes there. I believe number 3 was still the dark red team, so we see them keeping that. Number 4, the fourth strongest country in the world, still the red team, so nothing changes there. But the 5th strongest country in the world is going to change. I believe that was the pink team last time. But now, that is actually the pink team. Or the other pink team, sorry. But they just went from being super weak to one of the strongest countries in the world. And, well, what they're basically doing is most of their population is in the military. So, yeah. But that number 6 spot is going to change as it goes over to the pink team. However, the number 7 spot is not going to the gray team. It is actually going to this green team up here. These guys are very, very strong as of recently. But, yeah. Sorry about that. But the number 8 the 8th strongest country in the world is probably the gray team. They're okay strength. Number 9, it is actually a 3-way tie. So it's 9A for the blue team, and then it's another tie for the gold team, 9B. And then the third one that they are tied with is actually a weird one because it's not actually over here. And for the first time, we see that this guy becomes 9C and is on the top 10 powers, but it is a 3-way tie between all of these guys, so 9A, 9B, and 9C. They're all, like, if they all went in a war against each other, nothing would probably happen. But then the 10th strongest country in the world, let's give it over to the brand new, like, this weird country. This country is very strong, especially because it's been a part of the red team for so long. But, those are our power rankings, so if you want to take a quick look at them, these are our final power rankings, but let's continue on with the episode. And we have to go down here again, as we're not going to be seeing exploration, we are going to be seeing a lot of countries forming. But just like that, we see a bunch of new countries forming, and, well, you might notice that they're all around the pink team. This is because the people left the pink team because they were afraid that they were just going to kill them all. But, yeah, they're probably going to do that. But now let's step away from here, as we are going to be seeing a brand new alliance forming. If we go into the alliance layer, we already see that there are 2 alliances, but there's going to be another one forming. But in this brand new alliance, we see that 4 countries join, and it is the Diamond Alliance. But we see the green team up here joining, the blue team, the yellow team, and the pink team all joining the Diamond Alliance. And, well, this alliance, I mean, it's used for defense, not for offense, but they want to explore the waters that they don't know, and, well, they just want all of it. They want to figure out what's over here, and they might find Aeropesia very soon. But yeah, we see this alliance getting created, and well, this is not good because, well, if you're the red team, you like to expand, and if you're the green team, you like to expand as well. And if they are in an alliance, they could eventually beat you if they get stronger. So, what is the red team gonna do about this? They're gonna go down to this country and tell them that they need to join their alliance. Well, they're gonna try to make an alliance, and if they do not join, then some very bad things are gonna happen. And well, these guys are like, no, we're not gonna join. So basically what we see is the red team send forces in, immediately capture the capital city, and then it's just all over from there as their final major city is captured, just like this. And then yeah, their neighbors are gonna get in on this as well, and they're gonna eventually start their own invasion, just like this, as we see the green team and the lavender team pushing in a little bit. And oh great, now the gold team is getting in on this. Perfect for you. So we see the gold team start an invasion as well, and they take some of these lands away from the green team, which may be an act of war, but they don't really care. And they take some away from the purple team. But oh boy, what did you get yourselves into? And then they surrender. That was very easy, and now we can take a look at this peace treaty. And yeah, in this peace treaty, we see a couple of things happening, if I can fill this in for crying out loud. But we see that the green team gets this, the lavender team gets this. The gold team is limited to the amount of land that they are able to take because the red team does not want them to exist, like as an empire again. But the red team takes the most land by far, and in fact just takes the rest. And now the red team is looking very chunky. Let's just get rid of this capital city, like that. Boop. And now the red team has complete control over the this area, as now their influence starts to go into here. And now they have another target on their hands. And well, they're not going to get into it right in this episode, but they will get into it in the future. But now we are actually going to be seeing a pretty big war taking place over here in this new area. We are going to be seeing that the, well, this is basically like the color of America on 80s Pro series, but we see that the East Alteron country, or the not strongest country in the world, declaring war on the orange team. Now, why would they do this? Well, the orange team was a part of them, and well, I didn't really give context to why they just put them away. They kind of just left the country and were like, haha, suckers, we made our own thing, and now you're gone. But a couple of countries are going to get pretty mad at this, such as the pink team and the green team. They are going to get pretty mad and start their own invasions. As we see in the north, the pink team captures this major city and starts to move up the coast, as many of the armies are right in here. And we even see green team forces moving out from their little exclave over here as they take two major cities actually. And then they start to put a little bit of pressure on this country. However, they're like, okay, you're cooked. Why would you do that? That was a really big mistake on your part. And now, okay, that's way too similar. And now you're gonna die. As we see that the forces from the light blue team, or whatever you want to call this guy, are finally getting mobilized, and the pink team didn't stand a chance as militias rose up in their population. But the green team is getting whooped in this war, especially over here. Over here, it's actually fairly hard for them to push back, as these guys want to join up with the green team. But in the south, it is just a run for their money as they start their invasions down here. But another couple of countries is going to get mad at them for this. And those couple of countries, they're not very strong at all. But the mustard country is going to get mad, as well as the red team. They don't really like this. And then like this weird little funky country over here. The pink team, what are they going to do about this? Well, nothing. They really don't care. In fact, they could try to get up here and get some land, but they really don't see the importance of it. Because, like, they already have a huge coastline, probably one of the biggest in the world. But, yeah, they're just going to leave this to them. But, with these guys getting mad at them, these guys are going to be like, okay, what are you guys doing now? As we are going to see them declare war on this blue team. In the first couple days of the war, we see that the mustard team will start to invade into the the blue team. Sorry, I can't speak. But then we actually see something really weird. The red team starts moving through the pink team territory. This is really weird as they just take the whole thing, really. Like, they just move through the country. It's not even like a war. They're like, okay, your country is mine now. Let us invade them, monkey boy. But, we see that they start another invasion of here, and they start to push into the blue team. We also see that the green team finally starts to push back against their militaries, and, well, their invasion goes pretty well. Or their pushback, or their counteroffensive goes really, really well. Now, how is the blue team going to react? Well, I'll show you how they're going to react. Okay, let's just go back onto here and go like this. Whoop. And then this little part, let's add them together. They're going to start killing off the regions, in their country. Yeah, they're just going to start killing them, just like this. And, what is this going to do? Well, not very good things. As when we deselect, we see that, I mean, nothing really changed, but this does infuriate these guys. However, they can't really do anything but send, like, military aid to the mustard country, as, yeah, the mustard country is pretty weak, or really weak. But we see that they start an invasion also into the blue team for the second time. If I can color it. But yeah, we see another invasion taking place, and the mustard country tries to get as much land as possible, as they see that the potential not strongest country in the world is going to fall over to them. But, something really weird is going to happen. We see that the brown team, out of all countries, they're just going to straight up say, okay, you guys are freaking weird, so, like, we're just going to declare war on all you guys. As they move their forces into the pink team, just like this. And then immediately after, they start moving forces into the past pink team, like this. And even after that, we see that they move forces into the orange team, just like this. Pretty weird, considering that they literally are like the smallest country here. But none of them literally saw this, so they will get a major city really fast. And this will actually help the blue team a ton in this war, as now they're able to start invasions of these countries by themselves. Now, we're gonna take a step away from this war and go down to the pink team, as they see all this land and they're like, let's take somebody over for the billionth time this episode. Let's start up over here. Why not? As the pink team will mobilize their military And, well, now they're just basically annexing these guys. As we see, 3 of the countries fall, and even more about to fall as well. But with this, the pink team also claims a very large piece of land right here. But yeah, they also invade these 2 countries, which the blue team is actually stronger than they look, but not anymore as they're gone. But they're gonna annex these guys, but they're also gonna get some land up here as they invade into this country. And then their people stride over to the blue country, or I don't even know what the heck this color is, and they invade it as well. And now we can take a look at this peace treaty. And in this peace treaty, we see that the pink team fully annexes all of these guys and increases their size even more, now even rivaling these guys up here. But if there's one thing fascists like to do, it is some bad things. One of these not so bad things, they start to expand their religion, but this religion over here is getting converted. These guys really didn't even exist for very long. They existed last episode and now they're gone. But we see that the pink team starts to expand its religion. It goes even outside of their borders. I know that. But yeah, their religion does start to expand quite a bit up until this point. And then when they start to go up further, or like this, in here it's like a little bit different religion, so let's just change that. You can barely see the difference, but let's just keep it. But what is the pink team gonna do? Well, I gotta update this really quick and add in some more religions. There, that looks pretty good. But what the pink team is gonna do? But what the pink team is gonna do is some not so good things to these religions. I have to decrease the size of this brush. As we see that they are gonna start not killing people yet, but they're gonna start forcefully converting people to their religion, especially in these 2 major cities where a lot of things happen. But then they do in this major city they do a little bit of, let's just say, genocide of these guys, and these guys are gonna get horrified with what they're doing. Actually, they're probably not genociding it yet, but like they are forcefully converting these guys. So like this pocket is significantly smaller. I know I'm gonna fix this map like after so that there's more religions and stuff. But right now the pink team is just going ham on these guys until there's only one pocket left, and then they start to do it into these guys. These guys are not happy with this. Like, even the blue team is very not happy with the pink team. But they're like, what the heck? Be quiet. I don't care. But right before I get into the next thing, I'm just gonna put in a lot of major cities for like these brand new countries. So let me do that really quick. But there we go. We have capital cities now. But now for one of the final events in this episode, we are going to be seeing a new alliance being created. And this alliance is going to be different. We see that the Fascist Pentagon Alliance is created. Now, I know that these new countries don't have ideologies yet, but once I put them in, these 2 are going to be the only 2 fascist countries in the world right now. But yeah, that's really going to do it for over here. But now for the actual final event of this episode, we need to go back to where civilization all started. Now that we're back over here, we are going to see a very, very large war taking place. And after this war is done in probably 2 episodes, it will be the end of the ancient era and the introduction to medieval times. Or, yeah, medieval times. And that war is going to be the war between the red team, or if I can color it, the red team and the dark blue team will be going to war after the red team forces accidentally cross into their puppet state, just like this. And this is gonna cause a war to start over here in Alteron, where countries will have to choose a side, either against the dark blue team or with them. And that is going to do it for today's episode. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. We are trying to get to 200 subscribers by the end of the year. But without further ado, I will see you guys in the next one.